So guys, someone finally did it. They made a Chromebook that I personally want and love. I would like to present the Lenovo C330 Chromebook. This thing is pretty much everything you could ever want in a Chromebook. And when I say that, I mean it does things that isn't just native to a Chromebook. If you pay attention to the news, the way technology's been developing, these Chromebooks are amazing in so many different ways. And there's two absolute killer features that you have to know about Chromebooks. The first thing, they run Linux native applications on it. So, for example, for me, I like to program, as you've seen from my channel. I like very, introductory level programming stuff, and I like something to be able to play around with. Bringing around a clunky Windows laptop or a dedicated Linux machine is really annoying if you have to go somewhere and you need to bring that just for that factor. Windows is clunky, Windows is annoying, Linux is great, but again, it's kind of limited in some ways in terms of just user interface and program compatibility, but I'm not going to get too deep into that. Also, my laptops are enormous. So I bought myself a Chromebook. The second killer feature that I need to talk about is Chromebooks can now run Android applications on them, or at least most of them. So being in the Android field already, everything that I bought for my phone, which I'm recording on right now, can work on my Chromebook. And we're going to see that kind of work a little bit. I installed one of my favorite Android games on it as well. So let's first talk about the Chromebook as the features. This is a 64 gigabyte storage device, but as we know from Chromebooks, you can store things in Google Drive. I have a premium version, or Google One, where I have 100 gigabytes of drive storage, so I usually have access to that at all times. This is made by Lenovo. Great company. I've heard amazing things about their laptops in the past. Never had one before, but I'm already super impressed. On the left-hand side, USB-C charging. Huge thing, because now you can interlink a USB-C cable with a phone and a Chromebook or any other device, so it's super interoperable. HDMI port, USB 3.0 port, and a SD card reader as well. So you could even expand the storage, but just note that the SD cards will stick out a little bit, so maybe it's more of a temporary thing, or in your laptop bag you want to bring a couple of them with you to just use when you need them. On the other side, we have a headphone jack, volume rocker, power button, and also one of those securable, clickable locking mechanisms, so you can lock this to a desk or something like that. Alright, so the device is great. It has some really cool notable features before I even go into talking about Chrome. The biggest feature, touchscreen, so I can actually use the touchscreen interface. You can probably see all my fingerprints on it. Let me just log in really quick. Okay, and we get our Chrome-based desktop. The keyboard layout, super nice. Touchpad or trackpad is nice. It has a solid click to it. It feels nice and smooth. It's very, very responsive. I don't know where the mouse is. There it is. So it operates pretty well according to touch. But the cool thing about this is that it flips backwards and turns into a tablet. All right, so you can go through all of your apps on there. So you can use this in a tablet mode. You can flip it upside down. You can even flip it like this, so you can actually use it as kind of like a front-facing tablet to also interface with things. So for example, if I go onto Chrome and open it up, you can kind of see you can just use this as a web browsing tool. Alright, it's great, the touchscreen is amazing, everything on this works perfectly smooth. So that's one of the main features that I love. Touchscreen, yeah, now we're running Android apps, and they run on a touchscreen tablet interface. So, yeah, pretty neat. The two things I did want to talk about, the Android apps and the Linux apps. So, what you can do is get Linux Terminal, because Chromebook runs on top of Linux, basically. And right here you can see that I have a full-fledged interface for Terminal, so I can install apps and things like that. So what I was able to do on here is I was able to get, let's close this out. Alright, I can open up idle. Might be updating for a second. There we go. And I can literally run, if I could type right, that would be nice. And I can run idle, and I can actually have Python run full-fledged on here. And just to show a really quick application that I built. It's sloppy, it's ugly, it doesn't work well, but this scrapes the API from CoinMarketCap, which is the cryptocurrency charts. But you can just see that this runs flawlessly with almost zero issues on it. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. Just being able to run Linux apps on here. So I have that running. I also have GIMP running, which is a photo imaging or photo editing piece. Some say it's comparable to Photoshop in some ways. It's also free, so you really can't beat free. I'm not going to go too deep into the program, but yeah, I got a few other Linux apps on here. But what I did throw on here that I really liked, excuse me, close out. There we go. Was that I could throw Android apps on. So I just started a new game on this, but I've played a lot of Stardew Valley on PC and on Android. But now that I have it on my tablet, it's pretty sweet. So I can play this game wherever I like and do pretty much whatever I want between Android and my Chromebook. There's some other features worth talking about. I was also able to put Telegram, which is my main messaging platform, on here. But yeah, the game works just like flawlessly. And it's an Android app, so it just works. I've also got VLC Media Player on here. These are all just updating because I haven't opened them up in a while, so yes, that's fine. So VLC Media Player, play movies on a Chromebook. And some of the things that make Chromebooks really noteworthy is their battery life. Like right here, I just started it up at 91%. I have 11 hours of battery life left. Chromebooks are notorious for having amazing battery life. You may have thought I was going to say something else, but they're amazing. The battery on these lasts forever. So, yeah, it's awesome. It comes with a pretty neat charger as well, like a pretty high-powered charger. This charges things so fast. I've been bringing this to work pretty much every day and using it on the side as like a main computing machine for things that I have to handle and things like that. The battery has lasted me for like 2 days without needing to charge it. And even if I came home one day, I had like 48%. I was like, it's a little under half. I might as well give it a bump charge. I just charged it for like 10 minutes and it charged it way up to a high level. So it's awesome. Chromebooks are great. Oh, another thing I forgot to notice or mention, out of a pure level of irony, I was able to put Firefox on a Chromebook, which some say Google may track what you do on a computer. If you have a Firefox web browser, you have a little bit more degree of privacy on it. So, yeah, everything on this is amazing. I love it. I'm so happy with this as a product. It's lightweight. It fits in my bag. I can barely even notice it's there. And I also wanted to add one more thing to it. If you have a high-speed charging device, like this came with my phone, my Pixel 3a, you can also plug this into the USB-C port and charge it. It will not charge as fast, but if you turn off your Chromebook and you let it charge, you could seriously go around just carrying this, your phone, and an external USB battery, and you could be good for wherever you go as long as you charge it at night. I mean, as I showed you, like this Chromebook had, now we're up to 11 hours and 40 minutes of battery life, because as you use it less and less, it estimates longer amount of time that you can play around with it. So, what I'm really thinking, if I need a minimalist travel bag, it's going to be this charger, one USB battery, probably the big boy battery that just 16,000 milliamp hours, my phone, which is currently recording, but yeah, those things are going to be like my to-go package. And even if I want to get even more fancy, let me go grab my last piece. Alright, I have a 1 terabyte external hard drive, which has just a bunch of other data on it. And with this, I could pretty much carry everything to go. And even what I've been thinking about of my 1 terabyte drive, because it uses USB, like the traditional 3.0 ports, like the old box level ones instead of the new micro USB, I was thinking about getting a micro USB solid state drive to even make this more of a complete package. You could pretty much throw everything together on there, and that would be your to-go bag that has massive storage, a decent device, extra backup power, a compatible single cable, because this cable will be gone, that connects everything together. This is like a minimalist's heaven. And yeah, another cool thing about it is, let's say I don't have my USB battery with me, because of the way USB-C works, I could charge from the Chromebook onto my phone, or in a tight pinch, I could go from the phone to the Chromebook to charge it. So you could really be sitting in this ideal, perfect world where one cable, one wall outlet, one phone, one Chromebook, one storage device, and one battery. And you have your whole computing platform ready. This will not work if you need to edit videos on the go or things like that. So you may notice a lot of my videos are kind of like one take. You know, I don't really do many cuts or transitions or titles or anything else like that because, well, I don't like editing. I do like editing when I'm home and I have my more powerful laptop to handle it, but, you know, for now, it's just kind of one of those things where I don't need to edit on the go, and I'll figure it out as I go from there. I mean, I can always just, you know, take my version of Shotcut, which is a free video editor, from this hard drive, copy it over to a more beefy computer, transfer everything over, and do the editing from there, and then put it back on the drive and bring it back to my Chromebook. So I think I'm in a pretty good position. I don't think anybody would disagree with me on that either. So yeah, if you have any questions on this, be sure to post them in the comment section. Like I said, I am in love with this Chromebook. This is everything I have ever wanted in a mobile computing device, aside from a super high powerful processor, graphics card, things like that. But again, I don't really do that on the go that much. A lot of my stuff is web-based. So yeah, this is perfect for me. And if you want to learn more and if you want to buy one, I'll leave a link in the description. If you want to give that a purchase, it would help me out greatly as well. So anyway, that's been the review for the Lenovo C330 Chromebook / tablet hybrid. Great product, and I hope you consider buying one because honestly, for the price tag, $230, you can't go wrong. Thanks for watching.